So we ended the last session with Boffo, whose name I remembered, telling you all to have a good night's sleep, rest up, as you will need your strength the next day. So you all settled down for the night, had a full rest, feel invigorated, and the next morning you were all awoken very early with shouts coming from outside of the building you're all sleeping in. And it's the same voice you heard the day before Boffo. And all you hear in a loud, bellowing voice, "Wake up, you lazy bastards! It's time to get your sea legs."
He's shouting at us.
Yes, he's the captain of the Navy. He's going to tell you about your new ship.
How early are we talking here?
We're talking like 6, half 5, 6 in the morning. It's like dawn.
No. We all got merry last night. No, not feeling it. Not feeling it.
Come back in a few hours. We'll deal with you then.
Come on, you little lazy bones. You need to get out here. I need to show you how this ship works.
Fine.
Sam's going to take off his fancy eye mask and just be like, do we at least get to eat first?
You can eat anything you want, as long as you can carry it with you.
So I'm going to grab some food from wherever it is and try and eat. But I think Sam got rather merry with the performing before, so going shipshape is going to be great.
Yes.
So you start following him down to the harbour, and he asks you all, "Are you well rested? Hope you slept well."
No.
Definitely.
And then, as he leads you to the port, you see where the ship was in mid-construction when you had the battle at sea, just off the Gnomish Islands. You see a new ship.
This is our ship, the Impending Doom.
Sam, ship.
Yes, it's called the Impending Doom.
No, it's called ship.
Greggy's really welcome each other at the moment. A bit of hair in the dog.
So the map itself, obviously, it's a sky ship, but imagine this is on the sea. This is the map I found for you.
Ooh.
So you see, and this ship looks amazing. Like the ships you was on before looked well made and strong, but this looks like it is in a different league.
That's a beauty.
It looks like tremendous care and love has been put into building this ship, and he leads you onto the deck, and it is as you see there. And Boffa will then say, "Any of you ever sailed a ship before?"
Apart from the battle, no.
Well, looks like we've got a full day ahead of us then. And he is going to show you the ropes, as they say.
Are they over there? Oh, I know what a rope is.
I'm just going to be on this boat going, Neil is going to be so pissed. You see this?
You're in trouble.
Well, their ship is special in its own way, just as your ship has things that their ship doesn't have.
Yeah.
And he walks around and he shows you the top deck which you're currently on. He will then show you to the next level here, where you'll see you have some sleeping quarters.
Where's the individual sleeping quarters? Because these look all kind of togethery. I need my private space. Do we have individual cabins?
Well,
who do I need to speak to about an individual cabin?
I would.
Ready to hear his snoring. He's very loud. You like him.
Well, I would imagine you would all know that not everybody sleeps at the same time on a ship.
Okay, I'll let you off, and Sam's just going to kind of try and pick out what bunk is his.
But he gives you the full tour of all 3 levels of the ship, shows you everything, and after he shows you all the generic boaty bits and teaches you about lowering the sails and how the rigging all works, he will turn and say, "Oh, I know you've used ballistas and mangonels before. This ship has one of each. And as we told you, there's some special things here." And he will point to a lever next to the helm.
Greg, no.
And he will say,
No.
You pull this lever,
No.
and
Okay.
the sails, and as soon as Bogwood does, you see sails start coming out of the side of the ship and rising up and over you, almost like a hot air balloon just rising above you.
Cool.
And the ship starts to rise, and as soon as that happens, Boffo pushes the lever back the other way, and the ship settles back down. And I wouldn't do that yet, my muscular friend. You can fly for 10 hours. If you pull this lever, maybe I should have said, but
Okay.
but this ship can fly for 10 hours straight. But when you do, it will need 12 hours to refresh itself, ready to fly again. And if that doesn't get you away fast enough, then you will all see a shiny magical glyph, similar to what you saw on Via ship. This one here, this was one of Frilick's doings. He has put a control wind spell into this glyph. If you activate this glyph for 3 minutes, your speed will double. Was Bogwood trying to pull the lever, or was he trying to press the glyph?
Sneaking towards the glyph, but very, very non-stealthy.
Yeah. Boffo kind of just sidesteps into the path of Bogwood and just, "You'll have control of this soon. Don't worry." And then, not only has he done this, once a day you can activate this glyph, and it will double your speed ship. You'll double your ship speed for 3 minutes. Winds will catch the sails, and you may well be the fastest seafaring vessel in the land. And then the last thing he will tell you is there is a mirror that is down where the bunks and whatnot is, but he will say that Frillink has bewitched this, so if you wish to contact him, you may be able to catch him through the mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
But you guys have all worked hard. It's been a hard day's graft. You've been climbing the rigging, pulling the ropes, and just basically learning everything you can. And after days of training, you are all now proficient in sea vehicles. You stop. It's 12 hours or so it's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and he will say, "Feel free. Maybe go get some food. Tomorrow, I believe the ship is due for its maiden voyage."
Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
It's okay. And so you leave the ship all feeling like you have a rough idea now of how to sail and how to manage this ship. And you leave the docks, and you can make your way back to town and do anything you wish before the morning when the ship is then yours. Well, almost yours. So, is there any
Pub?
Oh, I'd say yes, absolutely. Is there a pub where the sailors hang out by any chance? I can talk sailor stuff now.
Of course there is. You can just go into drop the anchor.
Who's up for a drink then, guys?
Oh, why not? I haven't recovered from last night too well, but yeah, go for it.
Bogrud would like to continue reinforcing his armor with that jade ore.
Yeah,
Or adamantine ore, even.
yeah, no worries. You can go to Frilik's workshop and he will assist you in any way he can as well. So you're, again, a few more clasps of mithril or adamantine is getting put onto your armor, and slowly it's filling up, and you're not far away from completing it, I would say.
Cool.
There is a small workshop on the ship, so things like this you can carry on doing these things.
To tinker with it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Then I'll go pub.
Then you got to pub.
Then I'll go.
Greg, are you coming to the pub?
I'm gonna hold up my alchemy jug. Greg, meet you there. Already started hair of dog. Greg, want to swim?
Why, Greg? Why a swim?
Why not?
At this time of night.
Greg's pre-gaming. Oh my lord.
Just a quick swim, then I meet you in the pub, in the tavern.
Don't die.
No.
So Sam's just gonna clap Dolian on the shoulder and be like, "Come on, buddy, just you and me then."
Bob, who's extremely tired from the work day, he agrees to come to the pub with you guys.
Cool.
He's just there, yeah, let's go to the pub. You never know, I might meet a nice sailor man.
Hey, if you need a wingman, I'm more than happy to help you out there. So Sam's feeling all kind of manly after doing lots of works on the ship, and says, Dolian, how about I challenge you to an arm wrestle, my friend?
Arm wrestle. I'll see how it goes. Why the hell not?
Say that again, Graham, say.
Bogrud will take the winner.
No.
No.
Well, as soon as this is mentioned, you hear commotion in the bar, and you hear people starting making wagers. You hear little gnomish voices. I put 2 gold on Sam. And you hear another voice. I put 5 on Dolian. And you
Sam's
hear
just
all
like,
this.
hey!
Everybody is getting involved, and you hear the barman say, 3 drinks for whoever wins.
I drop a wink at Dolian. Always works.
Oh, yeah.
If you both want to do a strength check, and we will see who wins.
That's really fun to go of -1.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought it'd be hilarious. So was it strength? Just a big
Just a
number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
So Dolly and Sam lock hands, and they get in possession. And as they start straining and pushing, nobody seems to make much.
Well,
Like,
I mean, Dolian, I think we make a bit of a performance out of this. You don't want to kind of win straight away. So there's a lot of performance going on here. We've got to do a good show.
Fuck.
I mean, in my head, I'm picturing Ross and Chandler in Friends when they have the arm wrestle.
Yes.
You're there, you're both straining and struggling, and slowly Dolian gets the advantage and pushes Sam's hands down, and you hear a roar from the crowd. And then you do hear chants of Bogrud,
No.
Bogrud, 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 Bogrud.
I'm just going around going, are you not entertained?
Bogrud would be quite happy to have an arm wrestle with somebody.
Yeah, well, it'll be me.
Hey, how about we both try against Bogrud?
Oh,
Two
yeah.
against 1.
I mean,
What
it's
we'll do
entirely
first-
possible that he could lose.
What we'll do first, though, is we will do Dolian versus Bogwood, and if Bogwood happens to win somehow, then maybe that was what we'll do next.
Exactly. Oh, come on that one for Graham. Come on that one for Graham.
Can I give Dolian some bardic inspiration?
No, that's cheating.
But again, you hear the same sort of this noise going on, and people putting wagers on Dolian, and people putting wagers on Bogwood, and the place. Since you guys have walked in, it was quite a happy atmosphere, but the place seems to have just picked up a little bit. The entertainment, everyone's having a great time. I mean, you guys are somewhat revered in these lands after what you've done. These guys see you as heroes, but they're now seeing you as normal folk, and they're having a whale of a time. But yes, so strength checks from Bogwood and Dolian.
I'll roll it on roll 20.
Ooh. That's incredible.
So
Can I break his arm?
No.
I will be honest. I have just rolled a d6, and Dolian is taking 3 points of damage.
Bogwood literally clasps hands with him, and then just in literally less than a second, straight against the table.
It is. You guys lock hands, and someone holds your hands, and as soon as they say go, Bogwood has forced Dolian's hand through the table. He's broken the table. Dolian's got a massive splinter just sticking out of the back of his hand.
Competition. What the hell's this?
Nobody can hear the cheer that explodes when that happens. Is the loudest cheer you've ever heard. People, this is a story they're going to be telling for a long time. That was the most magnificent arm wrestle display they've ever seen. And then you do hear a voice. Well, obviously Dolian said, yeah, Dolian is. That's a hand bleeding. 3 points of damage. It's nothing too major there, guys.
Exactly. All right. Jesus, but really, Splinter, really. We'll get you back eventually. I will win. Now, beer.
Well, what happens then? You say beer, and a barmaid will bring a tray of ales and that over. And as she gets over, she looks at the broken table. You see her. She hands the tray and be like, "Come on, you hold this a second, please."
I'll take it.
And as you do, she has it, and she leans down, touches the broken table, and she casts mending. And you see the table start to reform, and everything starts to get together. And there's just one little bit missing, which happens to be the same shape as the piece that's in Dolian's hand still. And as she looks at it, Dolian, do you mind if I have that back?
You can take it, love.
And as soon as she pulls it down, she lets go, and you see it just fly and land straight back into its set place. And the table has been reformed. She puts the glasses down, but then you will hear a shout of saying, "Bogwood, could you take 2 of them?"
What, like, as in double arm wrestle?
Double arm wrestle, yeah.
Or is it two of us on one arm?
I mean, I highly doubt it. Like, what are the chances I'm going to be lucky enough to roll that again?
I don't know.
Come on then, what?
Hang on. Bogger's going to go 1 second and then grow.
No, that's
cheating.
It only gives me advantage on strength checks. It doesn't make me any stronger.
Don't go crit hunting. I've not went crit hunting.
I don't want to crit. I just don't want to lose.
I suppose you guys have this advantage because you're both trying to grab onto one hand.
No. One hand each. Boglet has 2 hands.
Are we going to do one hand each then?
I'd say Boglet has disadvantage because we're both taking... His attention is distracted between 2 people.
Bogrud fights with his fists and uses both of them effectively. He is
Can I stand on Boglet's feet to get advantage? No. No.
I would say with Bogwood's history of as being a gladiator fight, this is the sort of thing they used to do for fun.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, but if Sam and Bogwood give me the first strength checks,
Oh, it's a 2!
Today. It still wins.
And then Dolian and Bogwood again. Everybody's clambered around the table. They're all watching as Bogwood stands there with 2 hands on the table.
It's clearly more difficult arm wrestling 2 people at the same time.
Yeah,
but he's
obviously.
still winning.
But this time he doesn't break a table, but both hands slap down at the same time. And again, another rapturous cheer erupts. And then you see the barman, and he's loving this, and he brings a bottle of fire whiskey over, which I believe you had back in. What was it? I think it was just Sam, Greg, and Bogwood had it in the 2nd ever session.
Yes.
Oh,
I was going to say it's not the same whiskey from the other place.
No. This whiskey bottle looks very dusty. It looks like it's quite old, but it almost maybe looks very, very valuable. But he brings that over and he slams it on the table and he says, "For you, for the entertainment, for everything, thank you."
Rousing cheers. Let's get pissed.
Hola!
Some form of like noise from where he is and just go and join them all at the tavern.
Well, I say, yeah, was going to get, so yeah, Greg, you went swimming, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just swimming about, nothing else. Just swimming about.
Just having a nice little fun.
You know, as Greg is swimming around and tranquil and very peaceful, and there's a bit of work going out on the docks, but it's getting late and things are slowing down, and you're there, and you do, after 15, 20 minutes, you hear cheers and shouts coming from the nearest inn.
Doggy paddling towards the shore.
And then I just before you walk in, you hear another huge cheer, bigger than the last 2 cheers. And as you walk into the inn, you would see Bogwood is just slamming the hands of Sam and Bogwood down, winning 2 arm wrestling competitions at the same time.
So if I get there at that point, that means I'm there just in time for the fire whiskey. Nice. Yep, I'll take
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey Greg, how was your swim?
It was beautiful.
I'm
I mean,
sure
Greg, you want arm wrestling?
Greg is still like, I'm guessing, just dripping still. He's not dried himself off after getting out of the sea. He walks in, hairs all.
I'll sit on the chair and shake myself off like a dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love Greg.
But yeah, you all spend the rest of the evening, I'm guessing, food, drinks, little gnomish children even are just sitting and watching. You see them all like just seeing what's going on and trying to pick up anything they can. You see the little kids are arm wrestling and you hear them saying, "I'm Bogwood," and the other ones, "I'm Dolian," and "I'm Sam," and they all want to be all...
Is that Greg in the background with the children going, "I'm Greg"?
I'm Greg.
Bogwood would like to chat up the barmaid. I'm not going to actively do it, just that's what Bogwood's goal is for the night, is to chat up a barmaid.
Well, if you don't want to RP it out, then Graham, we'll be boring and just roll a charisma check if you want.
Yeah.
Looked at any given opportunity. So anytime he thinks Bogwood is setting in and Greg jumps up with something absolutely ridiculous to try and put her off it.
Is that just a standard charisma?
Unless there's anything in particular you would like to do to try and charm her, but I thought...
I don't know, I get advantage on deception checks.
It's not really deception. It's more
deceive my way into a band.
If you want to lie your way in, then you could try and lie your way in.
I'm not watching Greg popping up going, "That's not true."
No, it didn't work, even with the advantage.
Well, I'm going to roll a d20 just to see what her insight would be, to see if she could tell you're lying, to be fair. So she is soaking it all in. She's listening to these stories and whatever Bog was saying, and she's like on the edge of her seat, and she's sat next to Bogwood, and she's stroking his arm wrestling hand that broke the table, and she is loving the attention.
Can I just say, if this was like a shot, the camera would zoom out, and Sam is just next to him, just watching.
I mean, the worst thing is of the picture out in my mind is Bogwood is like over 6 foot, and this gnome's going to be like half his size.
That's why I thought it'd be funny.
So she's just looking up adorably at Bogwood.
Greg's gonna keep popping into the conversation with like loads of nonsense. Like, did he tell you he turned into a baby? Did he tell you he? And just try and keep popping up with like little things that might put her off.
Did he tell you about the time where he tried to bog a pod and not miskill himself? 3 times.
Go away, or I bog a pod you into a wall.
This man has anger issues.
I'm going to use minor illusion just to conjure some like little floating hearts, and then move out of the way and get back to the party.
Bogwood would like to know the barmaid's name.
That doesn't matter.
You want to know her name?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I have a list. I have a list of names.
A list of gnome names.
No.
So her name is. I am going to say.
Wench.
Menrick.
Her name is. Oh, they all look like quite butch names.
Menhill.
Is she a real she or is she a she-he?
No. She's a very womanly gnome. She works in the tavern, so she's dressed as you would. But we'll say her. We'll say her name is Riawen.
What?
Riawen.
Riawen.
Yeah.
Cool. Bogger's going to get a room.
Go on, son, give her one for me.
Are you inviting her with yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick her up and carry her off with me.
Again, you hear all the sailors in there banging their drinks on the table. You see her cheeks glowing red with mixed of embarrassment and maybe a little bit of excitement. And, yeah, Bogwood settles down for the night.
Performance check.
Decent.
Bogwood, you finished with her yet? Is it my turn now?
I'll come up going, Greg, not a hooker. She's a very upstanding lady.
She's not doing much standing.
I just enough to get her off, but not enough.
Anyway.
Yes. So, I'm guessing after that, everyone else has their drinks and party on, and night comes to a close. The place is shut down, and you're all offered rooms in this inn. But again, you're pretty much welcome anywhere in this town.
I think I'm going to go back to the ship. I don't want to be in the inn when there's any chance of hearing anything.
So you're just jealous, Sam? You're just jealous of Bogwood there?
We have party on the ship.
Yeah.
Yes. Party on the ship.
Let's go to the impending doom. Come to the doom.
Come to the ship. Winks at Sam. No one gets a reaction. We're having a boat party.
I'm on a boat.
Let's go on fast, and I've got a nautical theme, Pashmina Afghan.
But you all, well, 4 of you. Bob obviously follows you guys back to the ship, and he goes back there.
You're very quiet there, Bob.
Yeah, I'm just a very simple person.
Yeah, we know, Bob. That's why you were with us.
But you go back to the ship, and 4 of you have a very relaxing and a really good sleep, and you have a long rest.
Guys.
Bogwood's only getting a short rest, by the way.
Let's play a prank on Bogwood and move the ship so it's not in the same dock.
Already on it. Greg's back to sail the boat, forgetting to get the anchor up.
The only thing seeing this is quickly fucking getting the anchor up.
I put the anchor up. Is this lever? Yes. And then I put
Oh no!
Are you pulling the lever, Greg?
No.
Greg might be. I'm
Unless
asking Greg, guys.
Stop me from the time it takes me to walk from the steering wheel to the lever.
Yeah, I wanna make a stop. How do I? Can I roll for this? I'm gonna dive.
I would say
Oh, yeah, there's spells to help me.
do athletics or an acrobatics, whichever you want. And
Yeah.
if Greg wants to do his own, whichever one he would prefer.
That's a 15. Why am I always rolling advantage?
It's a toggle thing in the
Oh
setting.
yeah, I see.
Would it be? What would it be? Would it be a dexterity saving throw to try and get out of the way? But I'm not like deliberately trying to do it. I'm just genuinely thinking that's the lever for the
Anchor.
anchor. So I'm literally just walking over to it. So one strength to see if she knocks me over.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, if that's
Oh, hey!
So, as Greg starts walking over, you can see he's a little bit shaky on his feet. Maybe he'd had one too many drinks, and as he reaches, Sam is able to jump in the way and kind of shoulder barge Greg so he misses the lever.
Let me just clarify. Greg's only had one drink. He's just drinking from the alchemy jug.
Just one.
Yeah, just
Just the one.
just one endless, bottomless drink
Smart.
of whatever you want it to be.
Oh yeah.
Slash puppy.
But no, you all use your newfound skills, and you start moving the ship, and you take it out of the dock, and you move it to the opposite side, and you
Donuts in the harbour.
Round 2 wasn't as good as round 1.
Never
I think Bogwood was spent after his first session.
Too much
After his
fire
first
whiskey.
performance.
It's been a while.
Gladiator, he's got no stamina.
I would also like to go to a potion shop first thing in the morning, please.
Yeah.
Greg,
have you currently got inspiration?
No.
I'll give you inspiration for your second performance for rolling that through, because that was funny. But yeah, you all move the ship and you moor up and anchor down and settle down in finding your own bunks and everything. And then again, first light, you can hear sea birds and
maybe second light, not first.
I'll be right
light.
back.
Not first light.
But yeah, well, no, so you start hearing things, but you can sleep through, and yeah, you wake up when you're ready, and Greg wants to go to a potion shop.
Yeah.
So, or whatever. Okay.
In a message.
Oh, what band?
What kind of potions you after?
Similar potion to what somebody else had.
I can't remember. I can't remember that off the top of my head, but I'll allow it anyway. Yeah. You will get something that will work for that for you, and
I'd like to leave it on the side with a little note saying, "Bogdan, you may need this. Drink up."
But no, well, as you get at the post shop, the shopkeeper will say, "So that'll be 50 gold for that."
50 gold. I give you 70.
No, it's 50 gold.
80.
Fine. 40 gold.
200.
Dang.
10 gold. Final offer.
50 gold, no backsies.
And he takes your 50 gold, hands you a potion.
No. I hand him 50 silver.
50 silver. You hand him 50 silver. He hands you the potion, and I will give you inspiration.
I love Greg's bartering.
Oh, same here.
So, yes, Fuego got it, and it was called the Morning After Potion. But I was STD prevention potion, basically. And I was leave it out on the side, like with a little note for Bogra telling him to drink up. He needs this.
Morning after potion.
What'd you get for the guy who has everything? Penicillin.
There was on my lips and put like a kiss mark at the bottom.
Oh my god, we're gonna have baby Bogrids.
Half gnome, quarter ogre.
Orc.
Orc.
Well, he's half orc, but obviously we only know him as half orc.
Yeah.
We don't know what the other half is.
I just assumed it was always half human.
It's usually half human, isn't it?
Rules as written it is, but Tasha's called and changed that.
And you forget who you're talking to here. I am God.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Me, to be fair, me and G have already talked about this, so...
I thought you were saying you were Tasha there for a minute.
No. I mean, Tasha's actually a real NPC, isn't she, as well? I didn't realise.
Yeah. Horror and Elminster and one other big bad know each other. Not big bad, but like main bad person.
Yeah, it goes without saying, the Elminster in my game isn't the canonical
Oh, no, I didn't think it would be.
I just borrowed the character design.
Exactly.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah. No, everyone's woken up. Greg's been to the potion shop. Bogwood, I believe, is woken up. I don't know.
Morning glory.
Look, I was just about to have a drink there. That was lucky.
The fact that it was an accidental double roll and they both critted as well.
Double tap.
Scott, give yourself inspiration.
While you're all on the ship, you hear the noise similar to the loud cheering you heard in the night before, but this is just one person screaming very, very loud.
After that, I'm going to be scared to chat up anyone.
I mean, I do think Bogwood has probably just ruined this little gnome for anybody.
I mean, let's be honest. Well, does it? Is it all?
No.
Graham, you didn't activate any runes while you was doing this, did you?
Roll for dexterity.
No, I didn't.
Thank goodness.
I was tempted to drink my potion of enlarge reduce to shrink myself down to her size, but I felt like that'd be a waste of a potion.
I mean, she's definitely taking some damage.
It's enough to make your eyes water.
Oh, definitely.
But I imagine after such a performance, Bogwood would make his way out. I don't think he's going to be spending the rest of his life there. So, even though she will be begging him to stay,
He'll be back.
But yeah, so Greg's been to the post. Anyone else want to do anything else before you potentially leave these islands?
I'm just going to be pissing about in the rigging, swinging like, Captain Jack Sparrow from side to side and having fun.
Can I have either dexterity or acrobatics, whichever you would prefer?
Yeah,
I thought that, yeah, they are. So you don't fall off, but it's not quite as what's the word? Well, flamboyant as you would hope.
It'd be exactly like Jack Sparrow.
I mean, if you'd have rolled less, then it would have been like George of the Jungle. Watch out
For
for that
that
mast.
Fantastic. I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah. And I'm guessing then Bogwood would make his way back to the ship and no,
It's not there.
Bogwood. Bogwood, roll me a quick perception check just at the moment.
Not actually
Okay.
terrible for Bogwood.
No. So you do notice that the ship isn't where you saw it the night before, but you are able to think you spot it at the opposite side of the harbour.
Can I see Dolian swinging around from the masts?
You can see somebody swinging around from the masts. Not very gracefully, but you can see somebody.
As I get nearer and realise it's Dolian, and I assume it was him that moved the boat, can I throw a rocket and try and knock him down?
Yeah, of course you can.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Just roll just an attack. I guess it'll be a dex-based attack, though. So if you want to add your dexterity rather than your strength to a d20, just see how good your aim is.
Well, my dexterity bonus is 0, so it'll just be a flat d20. 1 second. There you go. I missed.
Oh,
So, the stone flies, and as Dolian's swinging, he's.
I threw another one.
Bogwood misses. We'll say Bogwood misses.
Oh,
sorry. Because Dolian would have seen the stone rock flying past, and he would have seen where it's come from, and I would say he would have prepared himself for more.
fine.
Oh,
Fine.
crow's nest.
Just wait till I get telekinesis.
But you make your way to the ship and go down to the lower decks, and you'll see Sam still laid in bed, I imagine, pulling the quilt over his eyes, a blanket over his eyes.
Ogden is absolutely grinning like a Cheshire cat. Whistling a jaunty tune. He's had the best morning of his life.
I obviously am aware that Bogrod's come in. I'm just gonna hold my hand out for a high five as he goes past.
I'll go. Give me a moment. I may need to watch it first. And then he goes, "No, I'm good."
Bogwood, I think Greg got something for you as well. So
You see on a table, Bogwood, a potion with a little note saying, "Bogwood, you may need this." Or is that what? Greg, what did you want to say again?
Yeah, just down the hatch or something.
Yeah.
But the potion itself is labelled, so he knows what it is.
Bogwood does not trust Greg whatsoever.
No worries.
He's not going to drink it, but he will take it and put it in his pocket.
No problem.
It's the STD prevention potion.
Yeah, but I don't trust Greg.
Went there when I got it. I'll tell you what it was. It should have cost 50 gold, and I ended up paying 50 silver.
Fair enough. But the last time Greg slipped Bogwood something, it shrank him. So
Hey, you blamed me for that.
yeah, but eventually found out it was Greg.
That's fine. Yeah.
Cool.
Are we on the top deck?
Well, you will be on the top deck because you're swinging from the rigging, but I think Sam was still below.
He's got his shit together now, so Sam's going to come up. If the sun's out, he wants to kind of top up his tan.
Yeah, Greg's up there as well.
Yeah. Is Bogdan up there?
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's fine. Me, Sam, and Greg want to throw Bogdan in the water as a celebration.
Yeah.
Does Bogwood want to resist?
Bogwood would probably try and take them all with him.
How will we do that? So Bogwood lets the three of you. Bob will join in. You all pick him up and cheering and
Yeah.
ribbing him and
Oi,
as
oi!
as you throw him over the board. I don't know how else to do this, so we'll just do a single strength check just to see if he's able to hold on. That makes sense to me.
What, for Bogwood?
Yeah, I know, but
Not great.
no. And then
Greg's gonna cannonball in after Bob.
if anyone wants to try and get away from Bogwood's grip, you could do a dex save just to see if you can beat a 14.
Sam's not happy in the water.
Oh, dex save. Oh,
Yeah, Greg's gonna cannonball in afterwards.
I got dragged in with. I'm happy about it.
So yeah, Bogwood flies over, and as he does, he's able to grab Dolian by the neck, by the scruff of his clothes, and drags him in. And just as you hit the water, you hear "Cannonball." Greg jumps in afterwards.
Better than fireball.
And yeah, three of you are all swimming around. I imagine Bob is laughing his head off on the deck. Sam,
I'm just sat up on the railings, just looking down, having a whale of a time watching them down there.
while this is going on, and the three of you in the water, you start hearing noise coming from the actual port, and anybody who would be able to look that way, so don't think the three in the water would see this yet, so it'd just be Bob and Sam. You'll see Gwenol, followed by Buffer, walking down.
Is Gwenol her mum?
No. But you'll see also dozens of other gnomes following, and as they get to there, you'll hear Gwenol just shout, "Hello, heroes! Heroes of Sinclair, are you all there? I can only see two of you."
Are we anywhere? Are we all there anyway? But most of us are here, yes. I'm going to point down into the water.
I'm going to put my head up, say, "Dresra here," and go back down into the water again.
Bogwood wants to. Can I bogapole in water? like up out of the water like a dolphin sort of thing, and just.
It seems too cool to say no to, so I will allow you to do that.
Grab onto Bogwood just as he's about to launch.
You want to hold on to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do? Do you want me to do the deck save to see if I take any damage?
See if you land on the deck.
Superhero landing.
Well, I rolled a 13, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hit the boat.
No, you land quite gracefully for such a big fella, right in the middle of the deck. And again, as soon as everybody see that the people walking down towards you, you hear more laughing and cheering. And Dolian, do you want to do a quick? We'll just do a strength to see if you can hold on to him as he's flying. Yes, I'm afraid so.
That was a poo.
So as Bogwood breaks the surface of the water and he's about in line with the deck, rising up above it. You lose your grip and you fall back down into the water.
Bastard! Can't do anything cool. Not a way. That's what he'll say to himself as he's kind of climbing up the side of the ship.
But yeah, Gwenol will say, I believe it's time. Well, you guys will be making your way
Downtown.
leaving us now. You've done everything you could. You've helped us. And now I would like to say farewell as friends. But before you go, you must all know, it's not luck. It's not good luck to sail a ship with no name.
Greg's going to jump his head up again and go, "Ship," and back down under the water again.
It's called the Impending Doom.
Ship.
Impending Doom?
No, it's going to be ship. Again, wink at Sam knowing it gets a rise out of him.
ship of impending doom.
So I'm just writing down the name of your ship, guys, on my NPC character sheet. And yeah. So she said that, and you see Boffo pulls out a large bottle of wine, and he smashes it across the bow of the ship. And you see another gnome comes running out with a little tin of paint, little bucket of paint, and starts writing the name on the side of the ship or the back of the ship.
Versreg is licking up the wine as it's dribbling down the ship.
It's very good wine.
It's a very good ship.
And you christen the ship, and she says, "We will always be in your debt. This gift is a way of saying thank you. But one day we will repay you all for all the good and help you have done here. But please leave as friends."
And quickly.
Can Greg ask one thing before we leave? Do you have towel and dry clothes? It is a little bit cold in here.
You'll find spare clothing and fabrics. We've stocked the ship for everything we could think you may need. You have supplies and days of fresh water.
I just want towel and clothes. Thank you.
No, thank you, Greg.
I've sent you a little message on Facebook.
Yeah, just looking at it. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah.
Is that cool?
That is cool, yeah. We'll say you could do that, yeah.
I'll tell you more another time.
Yeah. Yeah. Boffo will join the ship, and Gwen will do, and Boffo will want to shake each of your hands and say, "I hope you remember everything I taught you."
Let's hope so.
Gwenel will hug you all.
A hug back. An appropriate amount.
Greg will jump up out of the water to give her a hug and then go back in.
Like, you coming with us, Gwenel? Coming with, having fun, coming with?
Who's that?
I'm just saying to Gwenel, I'm like, are you coming with? Why not?
There's far too much to rebuild here, but thank you for your offer. I know we'll see each other again.
That's fine. I think you've got a waitress to rebuild though after Bogard last night.
Word has reached me that something went on.
Oh, it's reached everyone, I think.
And she winks at Bogwood. But yeah, they will then start making they start making their way off the ship, and you see people have gathered there to send you off, and you lift anchor. Can I ask who's going to be doing what jobs then? Bob will offer to climb up to the crow's nest, is what I was going to say.
Bogard will do anything that's, the physically taxing side of things, like hoisting sails and ropes and shit.
Greg will mind the barrels of ale.
Dolian will sail the ship, probably arguing with Sam.
Yeah.
Who gets to sail the ship.
And
So
Sam will just look dramatic. Just dramatic posing by the ship.
Wind blowing his hair, the sea air.
He's testing out various parts of which bit he can get a good pose to sail into dock, looking dramatic.
Titanicking by himself.
Yeah.
But I was going to say like Orlando Bloom with the hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys lift anchor, and Bogwood climbs the rigging. You see him dropping the sails, and Sam starts turning the wheel one way. Dolly starts turning it the other way, but yeah, you start making your way, and you hear claps and cheers and thank yous and good luck and hope to see you again.
So I'm going to leave Dolian to steer the ship and head towards the back where all the people are and just be like blowing kisses and
soaking it all up.
Did you say
farewell
brick and stuff on the ship?
Pardon?
Did you say there was bits of fabric and stuff on the ship?
Yeah, they've put like extra. They've put spare sail in case one gets damaged, and there's spare just generic clothing.
You like when you make a paper hat? Can Greg try and make one out of fabric so you can have like a sailor's hat?
You can make a bandana, yes.
Yeah,
No?
bandana. Too.
I thought that's quite piratey.
You know when you fold paper up like the origami
Oh,
style
what,
hat?
like my tinfoil hat?
Yeah, you fold paper up, just fold some fabric up instead. But
Yeah.
no, bandana's fine. You can have a
Well, no. If you want to try and do that, you can do.
yeah.
What can we roll to see how good it's going to end up being? Do a sleight of hand just to see how well you can fold it in that for us, please, Greg. It looks like a hat. It's maybe
It's
not
a hat.
perfect, but it looks good enough. Greg would be very
He's
happy
not
with
just-
that.
He's not just stuck a slab of fabric on top of his head and gone, it's a hat.
Or it was for whoever's sailing.
Yeah, it's not like that.
That would be on brand, though.
It's for whoever's sailing the ship. I just go and plonk it on the head.
Wow.
Now, real sailor boy.
Don't you forget it.
Yeah, you guys start sailing away. You just sail away,
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
and you see the islands of Sinclair Ale start slowly disappearing as you make your way out to sea. Now the question is, where are you heading? There is maps of Evalthon in the ship as well, just like a rough outline of where some of the towns and cities are and whatnot. So you have a rough map of Evalthon on the ship.
That's right. I think we decided to go Dragonborn lands, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was
Maybe
what we're after.
So it would take about a week, maybe 10 days, because it's the opposite side of Evalthon from where you are. I don't know if you can remember the map.
No.
Yep.
Give me 1 second. I will put it on the group then.
I'm on a ball.
But yeah, you start making your way there and take it in turns to sail or do whatever jobs are there. And the first day goes by with very little incidents. The sun starts setting. I would like to know who is going to be on watch first night, please.
Go on then. I'll do first night.
Just to be awkward, Bob.
No, I'll do first night.
Yeah, so if you want to roll me a quick, just do a quick perception to see if you notice anything.
Random encounters.
18.
So yeah, Sam stays awake and
He's paying attention.
you don't see anything to make you feel like you're any risk or anything, and the night seems to pass uneventfully. I think I've added the map there. So the islands to the top right is where you set off from.
All right. Yep.
And the Dragonborn lands are the ones right on the
Bottom left.
west coast.
Ah, yes.
Where the mountains are.
No, below the mountains, sort of like where you can see the rivers and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's where the Dragonborn lands are.
Oh.
Arr.
Arr.
If we're going to be on the boat for a week, can Greg be like sewing up random bits of fabric to try and gain a proficiency in sewing?
Yes. Yeah, this is what I was going to ask you. You're going to have a week of, in a sense, sailing, and while you've got some duties to take care of while you're sailing, but you will have a reasonable amount of downtime as well to do whatever you may wish to do.
Thank you.
Bogrod will be continuing to reinforce his armor and would also like to start reinforcing his Kaistus as well.
So I would say in the time it's going to take to get to the Dragma lands, you will finish doing your armor.
Cool.
What else can you do during downtime?
Reading or practicing things or any skills you want to potentially boost, we can try and work that out.
What other things could be good to go with, like, performance stuff?
Learn a new instrument if you have access to, or
Yeah, I mean, I've got pan, flute, and lute, because it rhymes. Yeah, Sam's going to learn another instrument.
Yeah. Anything in particular he's wanting to learn, or have you not thought that far ahead at the minute?
How about something
No.
drum-related?
Yeah. No, you'll find a drum. There is things there to keep you entertained. There'll be like a set of cards. There'll be bone dice. There'll be a chess set on there.
Cool.
Bits of there, but there will be numerous instruments and other things to entertain yourselves whilst you're out at sea.
I also want to start writing, like, a journal or a series of letters, like, in his head to Butch, and writing down his adventures and all the things they get up to.
Cool. So you're making notes, vivid, like colourful descriptions of everything that Sam's seen. More colourful than what they actually were.
Yeah, of course.
Sam is embellishing
A
and
little bit of a flourish
making
there.
it sound. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's not writing that Sam's not always the hero of the story, but he's hyping up everybody as well. He's an equal hyper.
So, yeah, you guys will be doing... What's Dolly wanting to do on the downtime, sorry?
basically just be a nuisance to everyone, and like every now and again he'll be waiting for opportunities to just like jump around corners at people and go boo, and just being a dick, as Angela says. Yeah.
So, Dolly is going to be practicing being a dick.
Pretty much.
Cool. So you're all very busy working on bettering yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. What would Bob do in his downtime? You will see. I will say this because it's what's going to be happening. Is you will see that Bob seems to spend a lot of time reading.
Okay. I almost imagine Bob like Hawkeye from the Avengers films, wherever you go, he's like summing it up, just like sat there on top of something, just reading in the rigging.
He is spending a lot of time on the crow's nest, and he's keeping himself a little bit to himself. But you see, he is reading for the majority of the time when he's not working on the ship.
Reading. Greg wants to go and give him his book of how to get the best deal for the bartender, the shopkeeper's trade.
Just roll a quick perception for me, please. Yeah, just a quick perception check. Just Greg. Yeah, you've given the book and you just don't notice anything in particular. You just see him reading a book. It just looks like any normal, generic book to yourself.
That makes it sound like the book might actually be interesting. Can I use my inspiration to check again? Is that what it's for?
Well, you can do.
I pressed it.
I'm not going to say it.
We'll wait for it to come through. But yeah, the second day, again, passes with very little different. You're out at sea. 10. I'm afraid it just looks like it does look like just a nice leatherback book.
Too many words for Greg to read.
Yeah, it does look very
Boring.
very detailed and small and fancy writing in there. But who's taking watch on the second night?
I'll take watch second night.
Do you want to roll me a quick perception just to see? Oh, you guys are really good on watch, I tell you.
We're all about it. The novelty's not worn off yet.
Just wait till it's
Yet.
Bog's turn.
I have a 0 to my perception.
I have a -2.
Bogger's not taking a watch.
Well, yeah, second night, Dolian stays up and he doesn't fall asleep and he's keeps an eye on things. And you do see maybe a few large aquatic creatures around, but not too close to the ship. Don't seem to be bothering them. And the second night again seems to go by with very, very uneventful.
Fantastic.
Third day, you all wake up and there's, like I say, there's food, there's like dried meats and everything there. You're got lots of provisions. You're well fed. Anything in particular anyone wants to be doing differently? Or are you all just carrying on the same?
Yeah,
Oh, carrying on.
carrying on.
I think Sam would want to spar with someone if anyone wants kind of like a bit of a pretend duel or something, just to try and keep his skills up.
I'll definitely take Sam up on that offer. So, Bogger can still pop out.
No. Bogger's going to continue working on his weapons and tinkering away, and also wants to ask Greg for some assistance crafting an enchanted ring.
Greg will happily help.
Cool.
Because I could use smith's tools, but because I'm not a spellcaster, I can't enchant stuff. But if you get a spellcaster to help, they can work in the enchantment for you.
See, there's Graham doing all this stuff that'll actually help us in the mission, and there's just me just dicking around.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'll say Greg and Bogwood are below deck in the little workshop that's been provided on there for you guys, and they're busy tinkering and working away. Dolian and Sam are sparring. Bob's controlling the ship in the minute while all this is going on. So from Sam and Dolian, I would like a perception check, please, but at disadvantage as you're busy fighting each other.
Oh, well, I got a 3.
16.
Oh, that's better than what you got as well. But yeah, so you guys are busy having a little practice duel, and you can hear hammer blows on an anvil coming from below the deck of the ship. But then, Sam, out the corner of your eye, let me just get on there. You see something moving on the side of the ship, just crawling onto the ship.
Right, I'm going to raise the alarm then. I'm just going to shout and point at whatever it was. Can I identify what it is?
You will be able to 1 second. So what did I say? So Bob's. Oh no, that's.
Oh, I found something on the character sheet where it's got roll queries. If you put advantage toggle, it comes up with something where it's got advantage, normal, and disadvantage at the top. So it can obviously gives you the choice of how to do it.
But yes, you see this thing crawling onto the ship.
Oh, is it Bogwood's got crabs, and that's what's followed us?
Well,
I drank the potion.
I did not know what Bogwood was going to do, but it looks a bit crabby.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go and investigate the shit out of that. Yeah, I'm going to go and weapon drawn to go and see what that is, get that off the ship.
So as you walk across, what Sam will see
is a big motherfucking crab.
There's another one on the opposite side. Start climbing over the side of the ship.
I'm going to shout at Dolian and Bob. Just be like, crabs!
Crabs!
I'll call to
Dinner!
No. Your watch yet, sir. What are you? Can you got control of yours again? Or have I not set that up again?
You've not set it up again.
Oh, God, I'm such a dick. Yes. So what I will need for those on the deck is to. I should have it now. Want you to roll initiative.
I'm not on the deck yet, but I assume I will be making my way up there eventually. So can I just roll it?
Well, I would say there'll be one round of combat to begin with, and then that'll give you guys enough time to get onto the deck, and then you'll join in if that's okay.
Yep.
So I got that.
My mouse is playing up.
I see you knew.
Oh, Sam. And Dorian. Fucking hell, you guys are quick.
Got to be. Oh.
I know one person who hasn't been quick so far tonight, and that was Bogwood.
Hey.
Whoop, whoop.
Well,
Oh my god, that's the first time I've ever seen Bogwood like crit fail initiative.
is Bogwood still like dreaming of the lady he left behind?
I rolled a real dice and it was a much better roll, but I figured I'd just roll it on roll 20 instead so that everyone sees.
I don't care. You roll real dice. What was your real dice roll?
19.
Okay, we'll go with 19. There's no. If you want to use real dice, use real dice. So, but no, we will start off top of the round with Sam Dolian to start. But before Dolian can do anything,
Yes.
you hear noises coming from all around the ship.
Okie dokie.
And things start making their way onto the ship. But then, yes, we will kick off with Dolian first.
Well, I'm going to use my racial trait of steady aim to give myself advantage on this as long as I don't move. And hit it with my Stormcaller.
Cool.
18. The 18 hit.
Which one are you aiming at, sorry?
The one on the left.
That one there.
Yes.
Yeah. So an 18 will hit.
12 plus 3. That's 20 points of damage.
That's a nat one.
No,
I don't like
that's not.
damage to that.
Nope.
So yeah, Dolian steadies himself. You see him plant his feet and stays perfectly still as he pulls back the energy string on his bow. And as he does, again, you hear the boom of thunder and the lights of lightning flashing as his energy arrow flies towards this giant crab. And you see it kind of electricity surge through its body, and it collapses.
How big
shell
are
down,
these
dead.
things?
And I think they're crabs, but I think they're medium sized. So
Are we talking like Labrador size?
no, medium size. So
Medium.
this would be like
Same height as us.
yeah, similar, maybe a bit smaller than you, but yeah, these are
Ew.
pretty large. Yeah.
Dinner's up, fellas.
And yeah, Dolian first shot hits and kills. Next up will be Sam.
Okie dokie. I am going to. Oh, it's an oldie but a goodie. I'm just going to Eldritch Blast this one. This
Cool.
one here, do that twice. So that's a 23
That hits.
for 10, and then a 13.
So the first one hits.
And that's for 10.
So you see again Sam lift his hands up and energy starts swirling around his palms, and he just fires out these blasts of force energy. First one hits the crab straight in the center of its mass, and you see it kind of wobble back a little bit. The second one, as it throws, he's able to kind of sidestep a little bit, and the second one misses.
Cool, that's me.
Next up are the crabs. So the first one will start making his way towards Sam, and it is going to attack Sam with its claw. And the first attack is a 6. With
Nope.
one claw, it tries to attack, and with the second one is an 18.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
That will be 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
So Sam will like matrix dive out of the way of the first one, but end up face first in the other. So
And
6
as you
points.
the claw slams on Sam. Sam is now grappled.
Fuck.
No.
Cool.
And this one here is going to make its way towards Bob that it sees, and it is going to attack. First attack is a 7 to hit. Then it's a 10, so both of those will miss him. This one will come across and start attacking, but as they're flanking, I'm going to give them advantage.
Oops, did not mean to do that.
So the first attack misses, but the second attack hits. That's 2 points of damage to Bob, and now Bob is also grappled. It is that? Oh no, it's their turn. So what you're gonna see is 2 more start climbing over the side and making their way onto the ship. Next up is Bob's turn, and at the minute he's trying to steer the ship, but he's got one crab attacking him from one side and the other one has caught him in his claws. He's got one arm grappled, and he's going to use his... You can still attack when you're grappled, can't you? So I don't think he'll try and break the grapple with his action. So I think he will attack with his longsword, which will be a...
Wow.
Yeah.
So 9 points of damage to this one. Yeah, he pulls out his sword and only uses it in one hand as the other arm is grappled in the claws of the crab, and he swings and doesn't do enough damage to break the grapple, but you do see a crack on the shell of the crab as he hits it with his longsword. Then we're back to the top of the round with Dolian.
Has Greg made it upstairs now?
Yeah, you guys will be joining in this round now.
That's fine.
Yeah. Sam grappled. Did I hear?
Mm-hmm.
Sam is grappled.
Can I go around the other side of the crab and like attack it from behind and like try and get it to release Sam without hitting Sam, or is that not possible?
No, if you could go run around the other side and attack it with a melee weapon.
Wow, would you get sneak attack as it's engaged with me?
Technically, depends on.
Yeah,
that's fine.
You'll have advantage. So.
Oh, I needed that. Does an 18 hit? Yes.
18 does hit.
13 plus 8, 21. 21.
So this time, you run up behind the claw, which is currently holding Sam. You pull out your scimitar, and with one swipe, you just rip off, chop off its claw. And as you do, blood spills out, and you see the crab kind of collapse. And as it falls, you notice it's laying there, motionless and dead.
Thanks, man.
That's all right. We will eat these later.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's go see if there's any more kicking them out.
Oh, there is.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Which one do you want? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Whatever one you don't want.
So next up, though, is Bogwood. You hear the commotion. You hear the screams, Bogwood, and you come running up these steps. And as soon as you get up there, you see 2 dead giant crabs, and Sam and Bogwood stood there, and you see Bob engaged with 2 crabs at the helm of the ship, and you see 2 other crabs that have crawled on at the side.
Okie dokie. So I can get to about there. I can get to either one of those. I'll go and attack that one.
Cool.
Ho ho.
That hits.
Bogrud smash.
Evaporate that crab.
So Bogwood runs up the stairs and gets onto the main deck and spots his first target, and you see him run over and just with one punch just turns the crab into chowder.
Chowder.
Then
Chowder.
Then he'll turn and take aim with his great bow and shoot the one across the way from him.
Yep. That hits.
Only 7 for that one.
So yeah, again, Bogwood turns and fires this very large bow, and you see it hits the crab. Kind of looks like it knocks one of its legs off, and you see it kind of just swiftly move a little bit and kind of balance itself with the rest of its 6 legs, and it looks injured, but it's still on its feet.
Okie dokie.
Looking to kick
That's
some
really
ass.
tricky, Bogrud. Bogrud, stop pulling your punches, lad.
I think it was only 20 feet to move here, so then I'll move another 10 feet that way.
Cool. That is Bogwood done. So now we go to Sam.
Sam is going to see that this crabby dude here is still kicking, so he's going to sprint. Is this like a raised platform down to it, or are these the same level?
Well, I don't know. Whatever you want it to be. It's your ship. I just found a good picture of a ship, an airship for you guys. So
I would say they're the same level because there's some stairs here, although they're not so many stairs as that.
I would say one has a ballista on it, maybe, and one has the manager. That sounds like a good place for them to be. It's like platforms with the weapons on. I'll say then.
Cool.
But they're not overly raised, but they are
Slightly elevated.
slightly elevated.
Well, Sam is going to sprint across the deck, vault over onto this platform, draw his lullaby rapier, and spear it right under its shell, or attempt to.
Well, as you make that leap, I would just have a quick do me athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you would prefer.
Let's do acrobatics. That's a 5.
So you attempt to jump off, and you do, but as you roll, as you land, you are gonna roll off it, not take any damage, but you don't quite land where you want to land.
At least I didn't roll into the crab. So,
You'd probably still have some movement left, though.
I was going to say 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I think I can get back onto there, then that's all my movement. So I am going to brandish the rapier and... Oh! Skewer that little crabby boy like he's covered in butter.
So yeah, you jump across, and as you do, you try to roll to get to the crab. You over-roll and slide off the side. You jump back up, and as you do, you strike with the lullaby with a very elegant thrust.
Obviously.
And yet you hit it square in its eye, and your blade disappears near enough all the way to the hilt into its eye. And as you pull it back, you hear snoring for a second, but then it collapses down dead.
At least I killed it peacefully. It'd make it taste better later.
Next up is the crab's turn. So you are going to see another one climb from there. You see another one.
Oh, good, they're everywhere.
Oh, good grief.
And as you do, you see another 4 giant crabs climb up onto the side of the ship. And that they're going to do. So the 2 next to Bob were going to attack Bob anyway. So 15 to hit the first one. I can't remember what his AC is. No, the first one does hit then. And whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, come on, guys, supposed to cheer when we get a crit, aren't we? 3. 3 plus 9, 12. So he takes 13 points of damage from those attacks there.
Can I be a dick?
Yes.
I'm going to use one use of my runic shield ability that I got at level 7 and make you re-roll your crit hit.
No problem. So I will re-roll that 20. I got a 6. So 1 hits, and Bob takes 3 points of damage. I rolled a 5 and a 4 on the damage of the with the crit.
So what did you do there?
It's one of Bogrud's new abilities that he got at level 7. Runic shield. Let me just. I'll pop the description in for you.
Always curious. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's fantastic.
Well played.
Why, thank you.
I hated it.
It's great. I hate it. It does take my reaction, so I don't have a reaction now until my turn. But...
Cool. So those 2 attack Bob, and only 1 hits, and he takes 3 points of damage. This one is going to see Dolian stood there, and he is going to attack with his claw. That is a 12 to hit, which I'm sure will miss.
It does miss.
And then with its other claw, it is a 18 to hit.
I'm going to cast Shield as a reaction. It gives me a +5.
And that misses then, yes. No problem.
Oh, look at us being all like good at this and shit.
The next one that's on there will also, seeing the shield there, which is still up, but he will attack. So the first attack is a 17, which will miss, I imagine.
Yes, it does.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, fuck
Yeah. Second one is a 20.
Sorry, I can only do it once.
I have HPs for a reason.
So the second one attacks and does a tremendous amount of damage. 10 points of piercing, is it piercing or bludgeoning damage, and also Dolian, you feel as it grips on your thigh, it stays gripped on, and you now are also grappled by this crab.
You bastard. I will end you, crab. I will eat you.
This one that crawls up to the side here, and they say you can hear like just all around the ship is clattering as things are moving around onto the wood. And that is a 5 and a 7 to hit, so both of those will miss. And that is... Oh, no, I haven't done this one here yet. So... this one will make its way down to Bogrud and will attack. The first one is a 22 to hit, and the next one is a 13.
The 22 will hit, yeah.
So that is 5 points of damage with, and again, as it does, you see one of its claws goes to hit and grabs you on the shoulder, and you are now also grappled by this thing. And as it attacks with its second claw, Bogwood is able to kind of copy in some Matrix his way, and he dodges the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's their turn done, and then we move to Bob, who's currently engaged in 2. So I'm still going to say he's going to keep on trying to attack the one that is currently gripping him. So yeah, Bob pulls out, has his longsword in one hand, and again he delivers another blow, and you see the crack that was on the that he made on the shell expand even more, and his inners become his outers, and that crab drops down dead. And then after, I'd say he's still struggling, trying to also control the ship a little bit while you're out here sailing. But then we move to Greg. Greg bundles his way up the stairs, and as soon as he lands on the main deck, you see just chaos all over the ship.
Fireball.
You'll burn the ship.
Well, I'm not going to use it. I just prepare one in my hands, and then I see the better of it. I want
What happened is Greg was really going to cast Fireball, and everybody else just shouts, "No!"
Can I just, in future, just automatically always prepare the spell command with "No" as soon as I see Greg preparing Fireball?
It's like one of his most powerful spells, and he's never allowed to use it because we're always somewhere made of wood.
Yeah.
Hey, actions have consequences.
So can I stomp on it?
Stomp on it.
Yeah.
With your own hand.
They are giant crabs, so they are similar size to at least Sam, who's maybe not as tall as you are, Dolly, you are Bogwood as your half orcs.
Okay, well in that case,
You
I
can
would
punch
want
it.
to try and jump with both feet to jump on it, but I want to cast inflict wounds through my feet so that I definitely get it.
Here we go.
Yes, you can.
Do I need to do anything for trying to jump on it?
Well, you stood right next to it, so I'll say you will be able to touch it with your foot, even if you was to not land on it fully, you'd be able to kick it at least, so I'll allow it.
Oh, nice.
Which one is it you're attacking? This one or that one?
That one.
Yep. Okay.
And
So yeah, Greg runs up the stairs, and as soon as he gets up there, he turns around and sees a couple of giant crabs attacking Dolian, and he runs and jumps in the air, and as he does, he lands with his foot. But instead of just kicking it, you see, so like as he hits the crab's shell, starts changing colour and starts almost rotting away.
yeah, Fred's going all out. He's not just stomping on it, he's full on jumping on it.
Yeah, and what's going to happen is is actually, because it started to rot away, your feet are going to go straight through and land on the deck. And I will need a con save from Dolian just because of the stench of this rotten crab meat, I think.
So is Greg wearing this crab shell?
Go on,
as
he's
like
got some.
tutu?
Dolian is not enjoying this at all. You could see him gagging and holding it in, retching, but not quite throwing up. But yeah, Dolian is not enjoying this smell. It's kind of distracting him, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Anything else for Greg?
Have I gone through on the deck, or am I just underneath it? Have I just put my foot in it?
You've kind of just stood and gone straight through it and standing on the deck now, but like rotten crab flesh and shell all around you.
Like a skirt.
Pick it up.
You want to pick it up?
Yeah.
I will allow you to pick it up.
Yeah, that's it for this turn.
Cool. And then that takes us back to the top of the round with Dolian, who's no longer grappled, I don't think, because I think it was the one at the top that had grappled you.
No, it was that one. It was the.
Oh,
It was
it's
the one.
honesty.
It was that one now.
So you're grappled, and it's holding you by the thigh, but you're feeling a bit queasy. The smell's in your nose, and it's very unpleasant.
Oh yeah, it's not the best of times. but I shall be attacking it with my scimitar.
Oh.
With advantage?
I think if two of you are attacking it at the same time, then you don't have to be completely opposite to be flanking. I would say it's distracted, so I give you advantage.
I didn't need it anyway. There's 20 hits, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of hits.
Well, that's 26. That's the damage.
Scimitar just carves this one. Just shell comes straight off the top. You're decapitating it, but instead of the head, you're taking the shell off the back of its body. And again, the smell is not nice, even that for Dolian at the minute. He's already retching. But yeah, you kill it quite comfortably. And as you do, you feel the grip on your thigh loosen and until it's fully released and Crab collapses down onto the deck.
That's fine. I'm going to run away as fast as I can over here to get away from the smell.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that is my turn.
Cool. Then we go to Boglod.
Okey-dokey.
In the face!
Punch that crab.
And here we have Boglin try punching the crab in the face. I don't know if he does or not, but we'll see.
F15 does hit.
Bludgeon that crab. Bludgeon that crab.
There we go.
Okay.
Just the old Bogrod 1-2.
So yeah, the first one wasn't enough, but the second one, you see its eyes shut, and I'm guessing, is it the 1-2 but fist straight through? Are we going for a classic Bogwood?
Yeah, why not?
I think, yeah, it makes sense. We haven't seen it for a while. So yeah, the first one punches, and the second one you find a soft spot, slightly underneath it after the first punch, and Bogwood's fist goes straight through, and then out the top of the shell, there's just a hand. It pulls it through, and just a hole in the middle of the crab as it collapses down, motionless.
Grim.
That goes wild!
I'm just going to move to there, and that's going to be Bogrod's turn.
Cool. So now we're back to the crabs. And again, you hear noise coming from the sides and even more crabs climbing. And this one at the top here, as it climbs up, it sees Greg, and it will attempt to attack Greg with its claw attack. Oh, God, I'm rolling good today, guys. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Do not like that.
Does a nat 20 hit Greg?
No, it does not.
Oh, damn it.
Of course it does.
So that is fucking hell, only 4 points of damage.
Hey!
I've rolled a 1 and a 2.
Bastard grabbed my toe.
All right, Alexander.
The one that's currently engaged with Sam will attack. First one is a 17.
Yep.
Which is 3 points of damage. And its second attack is it's a 4, so yeah, the second attack missed on Greg as well. It was not a nat 20.
So how much was that?
4 points of damage, I think. Was it 3, sorry. And again, Greg and Sam are now both grappled by these crabs.
Oh, Greg's grappled.
Yeah.
Should have let me pull the lever.
Other crab that's caught up will see Bogwood and just go into attack. I'm guessing a 6 doesn't hit.
Nope.
I can't believe this, guys. I don't care if you believe me or not, but I just rolled another one.
Fuck me. Your dice are going to heaven tonight.
Why can't Harriman use these dice?
Just before you roll the damage on that one, you said I'd finished working on my armor, right?
I did. Oh, no, I said you had finished it by the time the voyage was over. Sorry.
Damn. I'd have been immune to critical hits then.
Yep.
Oh man. But yes, I've just taken a picture of the
No,
Nat
we all
20
we,
Emerald
we all
box.
believe
Yeah, we
you.
all believe you.
Yeah, I mean, you're due a good night. You've not had one before, really.
I've got 84 HP. I think I'll be
Well,
all right.
I'm taking 5 off because I only rolled a 1 and a 3. But again, Bogwood is now grappled. This one here is going to make its way over to Bob because
Bob's not doing
Bob's
so
having a
good.
Bob's down there on his own, and the ship is surrounded by crabs. So the first
Bob's
one is a 21, and the second one is a 22, which is only going to be 6 points of damage, though.
Are you
How's-
having fun, Scott?
Well, I am. I mean, this is on the calculator. This is technically classed as an easy combat. So I'm not
How's Bob looking?
Yeah.
through one eye at the minute,
Right.
like a pirate who's got a patch on. No, he's looking fine. He's not
Okay.
looking too good. But he is again grappled. And then the second one is going to attack. Oh, and that's not enough to beat his AC. And I think for now that's all the crabs gone. So then after that we then move to. Oh, sorry, did we miss Sam out?
Probably.
Yes. Sam, you go first.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, sorry, Sam, you go now.
Okay.
We'll say you're not grappled at the moment just because.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna lullaby this shitty crab. So that's a 16.
16 will hit.
And that's for 6. Now, I want a booming blade as well. Now, do I do this after I've done the hit?
So
I
you're
need to write this shit down.
yeah. As you attack,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of imbue your sword with thunder damage,
Yes.
and you see it kind of thunder rippling through the body of the crab. But of course he does. Yeah, it will only take the damage out if it moves on its turn.
Okie dokie. So, the target when it moves. So it just does that damage now.
Yep.
So it does 6 there. You said I'm not grappled.
No, I'll say you're not because you were supposed to go before the crab. So
Cool. In that case, I'm gonna move. If I move, I get it gets an opportunity attack, doesn't it?
it does, yes.
Shit. I was gonna try and.
Oh wait a minute. I do need to do see if it's fallen asleep actually. So it is a con save, which I rolled a 12. So yeah, you attack it and the thunder energy surrounds it, but the noise seems to soothe the crab, and you see it kind of fall asleep.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to use my movement to make my way to Bob. So 5, 10, 15.
I should.
Is that
I feel
thunder
as though I should point out that because Booming Blade, because you're a level 7, once you get to level 5, it does 1d8 thunder damage on the hit as well.
Oh, cool.
Does it? Oh, sorry, I didn't know
No,
that.
that's all right. I really need to write down like what the steps are because I never remember the right way around to do it. So do I invoke it now?
Yes.
So because you're past level 5,
Yeah.
when you hit and use it, you do 1d8 thunder damage, and then if it moves, it takes 2d8 thunder damage as well.
Right. So at the moment, it's just got 2d8 thunder against the attack. So do I just roll it with the dice?
I assume Scott would say just roll a d8, I expect.
Yeah.
I would say just roll a d8 and we'll
Yeah.
do the thunder damage. Yeah.
That's 7.
So it falls asleep, but as soon as it falls asleep, an explosion of thunder damage pops, and you see its legs just buckle, and instead of falling asleep, they're all spread out, but then they all kind of crawl inside, and as it falls,
like a dead spider. Oh, gross.
like a dead spider,
Gross.
falls flat onto its back of its shell, and it is one dead crab.
Ugh. Thank you for your help with that, Graham. I will endeavour to learn that better. I'm going to use my movement to get closer to Bob. So 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. 30, I can get to here.
Cool.
And that'll be me.
Cool. So crabs have gone. So I'm not saying I've got cream roll, guys. So Bob will attack with his longsword again. And he attacks twice because I keep forgetting he has extra attack. So that's 12 points of damage. So yeah, he pulls out his his longsword and swipes twice at the crab nearest to Sam. That would has been there for a while. Grappled him. I think that's the one that. No, the one he killed. Oh no, he was attacked a minute ago. So that's grappled him as well. But he attacks twice, and you see the crab sort of wince in pain, and you see it almost pass out, but then just manages to muster just enough strength to keep itself conscious. And that will be. Bob will shout to you all and be like, "I'm trying to steer the ship, guys. I need some help here."
I'm coming.
I'm nearly there.
So that's Bob's turn. And then we're back to Greg.
I prefer fire. No, I don't. Because Greg's grappled, I would like to just like try and shout out, "Good, these crabs, they do my head in!" But I want to shout it like really loud to make as like the thunderclap, if that's possible.
Yeah. You shout it, and you hear this voice just bellow louder than you've heard Greg shout before. And as he does, it's just you see the crab take. Well, let's do a con save first. Oh no. So no, I rolled a 2.
Everybody else on the boat? Sorry.
Oh, so have we all got to do a constitution?
Everybody up to 100 feet away. So if there's any more crabs in the water as well, they probably like near the surface, they'd have to do it as well.
Is that everybody on the boat?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh no, wrong one. Sorry, I did a. Is that the right one? Sorry, that should have been that. Oh.
Oh, Bob passed. So what do I take? Oh, is it an area of effect?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna use evasion.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going to dodge to though? Because this is 100 feet.
Oh no, ignore that because it has to be a dex saving throw. Okay.
So what was it? 5.
It's 5 damage.
5
that?
damage.
Yeah.
I'll take it like a triple.
But has that got this one off me then?
No, it still will have grappled you. You could try a strength check just to get out of it. You can try and break the grapple anytime you wish. But that would be an action to do so, though. Sorry.
Yeah, use my action for this.
Kill it.
I can't. I've used my action.
Oh.
As a bonus action, I'm just going to stomp my feet about the place like a little baby kind of thing. He's like, "Get off me!"
So I just 5 of them failed. So I've just got to do some damage.
5 of them, but there's only 4 on the boat.
You know what they say, once you get crabs, it's hard to get rid of them.
Do they?
Maybe I should pour that potion Greg gave me on them and see if that gets rid of them.
Action. I want to try and say, "Now can Greg pull the lever?"
The one that's attacking Bob, though, does take the damage, and you see that one kind of wither and collapse. There's the noise, kind of penetrates its head, and yeah, he looks very, very dead. Not that you can look half. No, I guess you could look half dead. But yeah, so yeah, Greg, you do a significant amount of damage and kill one of the crabs.
Hey.
Then we move back to the top of the round with Dolian, who again still not feeling great, and now you've got a slight ringing in your ears from this thunderclap, and no, it's still okay. What do you want to do?
I'm going to move over here to try and get line of sight on this crab that's attacking Bob.
Yeah,
And I'm obviously going to bring out Stormcaller again and use him.
cool.
A 19 shall hit, I assume.
You assume correctly, sir.
That's 29 points of damage.
Yeah, again, Stormcaller, as you pull back and you see the line where the string would be start to light up in a blue and yellow sort of light, and you pull it back, strain, and you see an arrow form, and you let it go, and it shoots with a bright light, and again, the rumbling of thunder, and it hits, and you hear a crash of thunder, and light explosion, and you see this crab just explode.
That is the best thing ever!
It will be Bogwood next, but I'll be back in 1 second, guys.
You know, it's just meta.
There can't be many more crabs. Unless there's one massive one.
If more crabs come on, you need to pull the lever and go up in the air.
Yeah.
I've pre-rolled my turn.
Where about what's the lever?
I think it's
Below
on.
deck.
Yeah.
It's where, sorry?
Below deck.
Below deck, yeah.
Because if he keeps bringing more up, then you just get out of the water.
It's a good idea.
Avoids krakens that way.
And it is a long journey.
He said it would take about a week. So how long has it been so far? We've done 2 watches.
Yeah, this is day 3, and I think he said it'd be 7 to 10 days to get there.
Yeah.
We just don't not have a fish in there.
It has everything we need. Or the Lord's spoken up, do believe.
I'm back.
Okay, I pre-rolled. Will it die with 13 points of damage?
What the one there? Will it die with 13 points of damage? Yes, it will.
Cool. So that's dead.
It is dead, yeah. Another. This time I'm going to say it just comes down with a hammer fist, and you see just crack the shell in half, and crab just collapses. Legs all break as Bogwood bangs down.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Cool. Next up then is Sam.
Well, Sam came over to help Bob, but Bob's done a great job. So, how's Bob looking?
He's looking okay, yeah. He's looking rather well. He's not looking as if he's taken a great deal of damage.
Okie dokie. Well, in that case, I'm gonna touch myself, 'cause I need some healing. So I am going to cast... Which one is it? Cast Cure Wounds.
I've been stuck in my head all night now.
I know.
Help I touch myself.
Well, it there we go. Cool, for 11.
Cool.
And I'm just going to keep a watch out for more crabs. And that's me done.
Cool. Well, it is Crab's turn next.
Oh, good. Hi there.
Hello there.
Yeah, Greg, I agree with your plan.
And you see
What?
four more crabs climb up. Was it 4 or 3 I did?
4.
So yeah, 4 more crabs climb up onto the deck, climbing, scuttling up the side and onto the deck. The first one is seeing Sam. As soon as it climbs up, it is going to run straight over and attack with its claws.
I'm glad I
The
healed
first
myself
one
now.
is a 7, and the next one is an 8. So they will both miss.
Sam nimbly steps out of the way each time.
And then the one at the bottom here is going to run up and attack Bob. The first attack will hit, and he takes 7 points of damage, and is again restrained or grappled. This one here is going to scuttle its way across to Dolian, as he's the first one he can see in his line of sight. And the first attack is a 19.
That hits.
Second attack is a dirty 20.
Oh, they both hit.
So it's 4 plus 6, so 10 points of damage to Dolian, and you are also now grappled.
Oh, that answers that. I was about to say, can I use Uncanny Dodge for those attacks? But
I would say once it hits, well, I don't know. Uncanny Dodge is just a skill, isn't it? So I imagine you can take half damage still, can't you? You don't move when you take Uncanny Dodge, so
no. That's fine, 5.
this one at the top here is going to move, seeing Greg, and the 2 that are near Greg are both going to start.
Poor Greg.
So the first attack is an 18.
That hits.
The next one is only a 6, so that is 4 points of damage, and Greg is grappled.
I'm already grappled.
Well, you're double grappled. I don't know what that even means, but then the other one attacks, and it is a 18
That hits.
to hit, and then a 9, so only one of those hit again, and it is a 4 points of damage to. Like so, Greg stood there, and he's got just grabs. One of them's already got hold of him. The other one comes up and grabs him. One arm and one leg. Now you've been grappled on, and takes a little bit of damage as they're nipping away.
Yeah.
I think that's the crab's turn finished with, and then we get back to Bob, who will straight away still got his longsword. One hand is now on the wheel, and he's now going to start using his longsword on the other one. So the first attack is going to miss as he's concentrating, trying to keep the ship on course. The second one, though, he delivers with a little bit more force, and that is 9 points of slashing damage. And you see, again, it doesn't die, but it does look very wounded, and blood is pouring out. He's lost a leg or two. Yeah, Bob is struggling to try and fend these off, and also try not to get lost and get off course whilst you are battling with these crabs. Then after Bob, we move to Greg.
Greg would like to try and shake them off.
Yeah, if you want to do me a strength check. So I will say, because you're shaking, you're able to dislodge both of them with that shake, I say, because the DC is only 11, so
Fair enough. And then...
I'll be kind.
Well, thank you. So that's my action, isn't it?
Yes.
And then, as a bonus action, can I throw the rotten crab at Dorian that I picked up before?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
If you want to do me a dex, just a normal dex check, and we'll just see how good your aim is.
I shall do.
I've got a DC in mind, so
Does a 20 beat it?
20 does beat it, yeah. So Greg kind of shakes these 2 crabs that are being holding him, and then with the handful of rotten crab mucus, throws it. Dolian's currently, I think you was grappled, so you can't dodge so much,
Nope.
and you're just gonna get a face full of crab. I do need another con save.
Oh, No problem.
Greg's just gonna shout over. Sorry, I aimed for the other crab. My bad.
Bollocks, Greg. Absolute bollocks. 17.
This time you're kind of getting used to this one. You're able to kind of shake it off and not feel as bad as you did before.
It goes in his mouth.
Nope.
If that's
Yeah.
Greg's turn done, then we will move back to the top of the round with Dolian, who's
Aha!
just been caped in rotten crab innards.
Yes. Well, I'm going to use my ability of steady aim and hit it in the face with my scimitar.
You're hit.
Ugh. That's 15 points of damage.
Which is more than just enough, more than enough to kill it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you steady yourself again, and you see steely-looking Dolian's eyes as he grips his scimitar and plants his feet and just throws everything into one attack. And again, you see the crab just slashed and blood just spill out everywhere, and it collapses at your feet.
That's fine. Then I'm going to look around at Greg and go, Greg, you need some help? No, need some help?
No, Greg, okay.
Good. You weren't getting any in the first place.
Greg has another rotten crab for you.
And that is the end of my turn because I cannot move.
Cool. Then that takes us back to Bogrod.
Bogrod's not really sure what to do other than keep smashing crabs.
Having a smashing time.
Yeah, the smashing pumpkin.
Ooh, I don't know. Greg said he didn't want any help, so I guess I'll go over here and punch this one off of Bob.
Cool. You'll have advantage as it's engaged with Bob and you're coming up and attacking, so... Yep. That will certainly hit.
So that's my first attack.
So your first attack is the last attack that this crab will ever feel. So again, Bogwood runs over and Superman punches the crab there, and you see it just disintegrate almost around his fist, and it's just a hole where you think its face used to be.
Cool. And then I guess I'll move into... I can't get over to the one that Sam's fighting. I think I've got about 2 more. I was there, wasn't I? I've got 1 square of movement left. If I step there, that'll give me a line of sight, won't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just like kick the crab carcass out of the way.
Yeah.
And then... Oops.
So yeah, you, Bogwood, as he
no.
kicks the crab out of the way, he again draws back, muscles straining, bicep. You can see he's just ripped, and he lets go.
Slips on the crab.
He slips on the crab, and as he does, Sam just feels an arrow.
Oh, no.
It's from behind, so it'd be kind of between the shoulder blades.
Oh, fucking hell.
There's 7 points of damage.
Hey!
Hey, first episode. Was it first episode?
Yeah.
I think that was the last time he got a quick one.
One hit KO'd Sam. Right, after that happens, Bogrod's going to quickly pass his bow to Bob and go, "For fuck's sake, Bob!"
For giggles, roll me a deception.
I have advantage on those.
Ooh.
Wow,
Didn't help.
that went well.
Didn't help.
And then, Sam, just roll me a quick insight, see if you believe his lies.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
No, you don't.
I'm just going to use, like, my free action just to turn around mid-fight and just be like... and then turn back
Yes.
to the crab.
I mean, this is a large bow, so the arrows are a bit bigger than normal. Sam's just got a huge arrow just pointing out the back of his between his shoulder blades.
It's about 4 foot long.
Am I going to need an action to try and remove that?
Well, you could just wait till after the fight and then
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
And I can shrug it off then.
It is Sam's turn next.
Yeah, okay. I am going to ignore this 4-foot arrow in my back and skewer this fucking crab. Where's it gone? That's the boy. It's a 15
That hits.
for 12.
Lullaby sends that crab to sleep forever.
Nice. So even with this arrow in his shoulder blades, Sam will lean forward and skewer this thing right between its eyes all the way through and withdraw it cleanly.
Yes, you do. And crab just collapses and folds and lifeless at your fate.
I've not done any movement. Where is the lever to raise the ship? Is that on the top deck or is it under?
That's next to Bob. That is on the near the helm.
Can I move to the helm and I think I'm going to pull the lever to stop any more crabs climbing up this ship?
You can do.
I do that.
Sam goes across and pulls the lever.
Whoop, whoop.
And then you see these sails that are currently out at the side here. You see them start coming out from the side of the ship and start filling with air. And you feel the ship slowly start creeping higher. And you see the sea slowly getting further and further away as the ship rises up into the sky. The first thing you do all notice is you don't hear any more.
Whoop, whoop.
Apart from anything that's on the deck already.
I think there's 2 left with Greg.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I only had 3 more to bring out. There was only 20 of these crabs.
To only.
I've taken out half of them.
But no, after Sam's turn, it is the crabs that are left. There's only 2 of them, so they are both going to attack. The first attack is a dirty 20. And then the next one is a 7. And then the second crab, the first attack is a 1. Then the second attack is a 9. So the first one will hit, which will do 5 points of damage to Greg. And then as it's grappled Greg already, as it attacks with its other claw, it is going to pincer its own claw that's currently gripped onto Greg. And it will take 7 points of damage to itself. But that then is now the crab's turn over, and then we get to Bob, who is going to pass Bogwood his bow back and say, I don't need that, I've got my own. Fire his longbow at the first one, which, again, the arrow flies true and hits this one in the back, and you see that one, the arrow goes almost straight through, and that one just collapses. And then with his second attack, he just will attempt to attack the second one. And the second attack, because he has advantage, doesn't he? Because it's next to Gay, so that would be 9 points of piercing, which is just enough. And the last crab collapses next to Greg. Greg feels the vice grip that he's had loosen as these crabs just collapse in a heap. And we are now out of initiative.
Greg would like to pick up all the crabs that are around him
Yeah.
Can I just say, before I came up to the deck, while I was down sewing stuff, I've made myself a pretty little apron that I've got tied around my waist. So I'm going to start like cleaning up the top of the deck and picking up all the crabs, putting them in a basket.
Bogred's going to retrieve his arrow from Sam's back.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's embedded quite deep, so Bogwood puts his foot on Sam's spine at the back, and he's able to
Thank you,
unplug.
Bogred. Do I need to take any damage from Bogred's help?
No, you already have.
Yeah. Does anyone have prestidigitation?
No. Why?
No, because I just think we need to clean the ship up of rotting crab. So
There's
maybe
only one rotten
Oh.
crab so far.
Well, then I think we need to heave the rest of these crabs overboard if we're not going to eat them. Can I check if we can eat them?
Yeah, if you want to do a quick, just do a survival check for me, please.
Right.
Bogred's already eating
Right
one.
into one to do the taste test. All right.
No, it's a 21.
You know these crabs are good eating.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So can we make sure we check which crabs look the healthiest and the tastiest? We're not going to eat any rotten ones or ones that look manky. And we can heave the rest over the side and cook up the ones that look the best.
It's that one there. That was the rotten one, I think. And there'll also be some rotten crab meats around Dolian.
Yeah.
Bogred's already started tucking into one of the crabs and just having a bit of sushi.
It's delicious. It is good crab.
Do we have any butter on board?
Bound to have.
There's a larder full. You have basic rations and everything, salt and everything down in the kitchen.
Seafood
Of the...
feast.
Can I say that all the crabs that Greg's picked up and put in the basket, he's just put on the floor by everybody, and they're like all together now in a basket, and people can just help themselves.
Yeah,
Including the rotten one.
Apart from the rotten one.
That one can go over the side.
so that one woo falls off the side. But
Eat
you
that crab.
pick them all up and they're all in a basket, but I'll just put them all together for now.
Just
But you have crab for days.
Well, hey, like Bogred.
A little bit of a team building exercise, sitting around shelling crabs, reliving the fight.
But we will say it's another few days to get to where you're aiming, and we will leave this session as you fly. You're obviously flown. I'm guessing you'll spend the full 10 hours flying, and then you'll see the ship itself will naturally just start
We're not flying.
falling.
Yeah, I pulled the lever.
Oh, right. I missed that. Sorry.
I did say, going with Greg's plan, we're going to pull the lever.
Yes.
And you get back on the sea and sail, and again, it's a quite uneventful day. You're all able to carry on doing whatever downtime it is you wanted to do.
Long rest.
And yeah, you will have plenty of time to rest now, guys.
Oh, do we get a long rest?
Well, it's 3 or 4 days to get to where you're going, so you can all sleep as much as you would like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Bowen's going to be sleeping a lot.
But as you, well, I say we'll end it with you all see land. You see, and exactly, and you see, anyone who would look to the map see that this is the port of Gorath, a port town or port city of the Dragonborn lands. Of the Dragonborn lands, you will all know is called Ostrelung.
Ostrom. Does anyone have knowledge? Can we check how much knowledge we have of this land?
Yeah. If anyone wants to know, you could all roll a history, and we'll see if anyone knows anything in particular.
Great.
We're getting there.
So am I. Dolian's not one for history.
No, Dolian's not got a lot of knowledge of the Dragonborn. Sam, he's seen stuff, and he knows stuff.
I've heard other bard stories and tales.
Yeah, Greg knows nothing. Bogwood, I would say, there was a Dragonborn who was part of the gladiator setup where he used to fight, and you've heard stories from the Dragonborn lands And I will try to message you both maybe tomorrow, just telling you both what you know about the Dragonborn land, so then you can bring that in whenever you wish.
Sweet.
Greg knows about the fairy tales about dragons and stuff and gets it confused.
Yeah. So Greg will be like,
Dragons, dragonflies.
well, I was going for more like Dragonborn. It'd be like Dragonborn from egg.
Where all Dragonborn come from. Look for pretty big tower with princess with very long hair.
But yeah, we will leave it there with you guys making your way towards the port.
Fantastic.
That was a great session.
I actually feel better now than what I did at the start of it, so that's been great.
Me too.
Healing. Yeah, me too. It's amazing what punching a ton of crabs will do for you.
Exactly. But impressed with your rolling tonight, though, Scott.
I know. I think I rolled one nat 1, and I think I rolled 4 nat 20s.
Amazing.
Now you need to bring that into Haleman.
Yes.
Well, I don't think I've used these dice really before. These are my
Weighted die.
the blue and pink.
Ooh.
Yes.
No,
Why people playing along with my bartering?
it's not your bartering. That's just how Greg does business.
The only way he knows. Still nobody's thought to tell him different.
Because we love it too much.
I love Greg's randomness. It's so bizarre.
But I hope you all enjoyed it, and
Very much.
As always. Very much so.
Wonderful.
cool.
Well, I will say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yes.
Night, cat.
Night.
Cat.
I'll see you in the chat. Bye.
See you. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye.